Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Broken Brand. And today we're talking BAFTA. BAFTA is the British Arts and Film and Television Association, something like that. I forget the acronym. But BAFTA is like the Academy here in the U.S. that does award shows for actors, film, TV, and the like, but in Britain. Now, every time I opened any social media app this weekend, this popped up somewhere. And I wasn't going to do a video on this because I'm like, it doesn't matter, it doesn't care, but it just kept sitting in the back of my mind like, what in the world is going on? Well, BAFTA did a poll that said select the most iconic video game characters of all time. Now, I love British TV, and half of the people on the BBC and Dave and Channel 4 and all those other channels are BAFTA awarded or BAFTA nominated, so it's kind of, I have nothing against British TV. I love British TV. I am an avid watcher of 8 out of 10 Cats and Taskmaster, and several shows I used to be fans of. But I digress. I don't want to get down that rabbit hole today. But it just set in the back of my mind because I couldn't believe the list that was created. This poll had 4,000 votes. Now, gaming is iconic itself. It has members of almost every generation going back to the baby boomers. And 4,000 feels like a drop in the bucket to the amount of people that should have been involved in this poll. Now, if they did it worldwide, this is nothing. This is like 4 people voting. But even in Britain, 4,000 people voting on this poll is excessively low for gaming icons. And the results were just not good and really infuriating, to be honest with you. Here's why. Because iconic means most recognizable. And what the list we got was probably the list of 4,000 people's favorite video game characters. Not iconic, favorite. And I think some of those probably did vote iconic, but a majority definitely voted favorite. So it missed the mark on so many levels. But let's just take an actual look at the list itself. Someone made a graphic, so we'll just switch over to that to look at it. And here it is. Number 1, Lara Croft. Number 2, Mario. Number 3, Hitman from Agent 47 from Hitman. Number 4, Sonic. Sackboy, Pac-Man, Link, Master Chief, Kratos, and goes on and on. You see all 20. And here's where I kind of get frustrated. If I took this list, removed the names and the games involved, I guarantee you every person I showed this to would immediately pick out the same 4 despite their age first, including my parents who are fully retired. They could pick out these top 4 right now, and that is Mario, Sonic, Pac-Man, and Pikachu. My parents have never played any video games whatsoever. They've watched me and my brother and my kids and my nieces and nephews play, but they've never played video games. They could pick out Mario, Sonic, Pac-Man, and Pikachu every single time. And they would have no clue on a majority of the rest of these, with maybe the exception of Link, because I was a huge Legend of Zelda fan. Still am. Bam! Here's where it falls off. I mean, Lara Croft, yes, I would say she's close to iconic status, but she's not quite there. Same with Master Chief. Nothing against either one of those characters. But Hitman, as a game series, is very limited. And Little Big Planet, really? Okay. And Baldur's Gate 3. Those characters are from that singular game, and they're considered iconic? No, they've had a game. That's not iconic. That's a favorite choice. I've never played Uncharted. I probably would have recognized the character of Nathan Drake, but I wouldn't have known his name. And, I mean, come on. Crash Bandicoot and Steve, I would have gotten. Snake, yeah, I would have gotten. Kratos, sure. Arthur Morgan, maybe. I would have recognized the face, but I don't know if I would have got his name correctly. I only played Red Dead Redemption like 30 hours, maybe, give or take. And it wasn't on my system, so it's not like I sat around playing it all the time. But this is just absolute insanity. These are not iconic. These are favorites. Because iconic, seriously, most would argue that Mario would be number one. I would put it that Pac-Man's probably number one. Because, I mean, everybody in the older generation to this newer generation has played some version of Pac-Man. Has played some version of Mario. Probably. And you're well known for the rest of these. This is just complete insanity. And I was like, why was this poll even made then? Well, this Thursday, BAFTA does a video game award ceremony. And, okay, what does that mean? That means we're going to have another video game award ceremony that is going to be sorely lacking of one particular game, and we all know which one it is. The highest grossing game of 2023 for a single player that was snubbed in every video game award ceremony last year. But let's just say, yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? So, I really don't care about this, but I just think this production of this list is just insulting to gamers. I mean, really, it was selected by a very few people. Like, seriously, if you did a poll on your most iconic Star Wars character and it only got 4,000, I wouldn't believe the poll. Honestly, there are forums and websites and people that have been debating Star Wars forever. Same with Star Trek. Any other franchise, any other industry, been gaming. Who's the best? What's the best? I mean, seriously, walk into a comic book store and say, who's the best superhero? And as I said on Big Bang Theory, that's going to start a rumble. I mean, come on. And this is the list you come up with for the most iconic video game characters of all time? I'm sorry. I'm not buying it. So, I don't know what the point of this list was, and the fact that it has such small contribution from various people's, quote unquote, apparently from around the world, 4,000 is nothing. I don't understand. But it is what it is. I for one, think the list is complete bull. And I think that this is going to be the foreshadowing of what a nightmare their video game awards ceremony will be this Thursday. So, I personally, honestly, Pac-Man is probably the most iconic video game character of all time right now. And Mario's definitely number 2. That's my opinion. Everything else after that, I'm willing to argue. But those two, that's my choice. So, let me know what you think down below. Who's your favorite video game character? And who do you think is the most iconic video character? Because Link is absolutely my favorite video character, but he's not the most iconic. He's absolutely my favorite, 100%. But he'd make top 10 for sure, but he's not taking the top spot. I think he's a little high for this list, just like Agent 47 was. Bit high. Nothing against the character or the game series. It's not the truth. So let me know what you think down below in the comments. And as always, I love you all, and there's nothing you can do about it.